Hello. This is for Aries for the month of October 2022. This is your Lenormand reading for the month period of October of 2022 Aries. I am shuffling the cards on camera in case you guys are wondering. It's a terrible angle, but you know, we work with what we got. I was just kind of comfortable at home trying my new system out here. I feel like, let me know if you can see it better than the table. Table readings are kind of hard to space and set up. Always a mission. Alright. So, I've been shuffling for quite a while off camera as well. So I'm literally just going to start. Okay, this is the first card now, Aries. I'm not going to let him jump out the entire time. It's going to be a little backwards for you guys. I know you're reading them the other way around. That's kind of frustrating. I didn't think about that. Oh, well, someday I'll have a camera we'll actually set up that will actually be able to do that without you having to flip it on yourselves here. Aries, 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 Aries. Aries for the month of October. And I'm doing these now because I'm having surgery again soon, which is not fun. And I will probably be out of commission for most of September, end of September, October time, which really stinks, but I mean, at least I'm getting something taken care of. That's been a problematic issue since May. Had an initial medical treatment that had its own issues. So, okay, so here we go. Sorry if I'm like mumbling, but I'm trying to like get the cards up and as organized as possible. This system I just kind of made for myself here. Is like super convenient for me to not have like a bunch of cards all over the table, and it also holds them in place relatively well. I might be up all night, so I might have to make a pit stop at the store for another energy drink. I'm talking about the natural caffeine ones, not the jitter sickness crap that you can get. Granted, I know everybody loves their thing. We all have our own little addictions here, or you know, I should say, crutches. It's a nicer way of talking about it. All right, Aries, so you're up. Your reading is up, and I'm gonna try to like a little better, right? Okay, so this is card number 1. So you're going to be reading opposite to me, which should be confusing enough, right? All right. I'm not really teaching you Lenormand here. Maybe someday I will want to delve more into teaching. I'm just going to go with what I'm seeing, and I'm not going to try to explain so much. You might find that I give you a little tips and tricks here and there throughout, just to kind of help me like verbalize, and that's how I work. But for the most part, I'm just going to be doing the reading. All right, so there might be some visitors that go unseen. Sudden endings, painful endings. Somebody that used to come over a lot doesn't come over anymore, isn't visiting anymore, or you can't see that they've come by. They're going unnoticed. Something is coming in fast that is that has, you know, endings, painful things, transitional things, a going quiet suddenly, a ghosting. You can see this as a ghosting. Over here, you've got another woman or something problematic that's promised. And we've got love being recognized by other people. So this could be in a social media setting. It could be a passion that is recognized by others. Very romantic card combination, but it's another woman that is, or a problematic situation that is committed. So it could be that somebody has left somebody and has gone with another person, and is expressing their love for that person. I do see unforeseen romance. So maybe this person you were interested in ended up having somebody else, and you see it on social media. Where's the social media card? Yeah, the burden is the problem is witnessed or being expressed as a burden on like a social media platform through connections. This also could have been a church setting, a church group of some kind, a burdensome collaboration, some kind of friend group, becomes a problem, becomes issued. That's another thing. So, and also the connections, the burden between connections. So this could have been a friend of a friend, and now this has happened. You've fallen for the friend of a friend, and now you feel burdened by the entire situation because the connections, it's just getting problematic because there's another woman involved, and now things are getting sticky. So I'm just going to go in and start with the women first, or female identifying people. If you are non-binary, you pick whichever or both that works for you. I'm not going to get into because this is an old system, this is a traditional system, so it won't have too much. I don't see any colored people, people of color or different origin here. So, I mean, this does represent a woman, another woman, so with other card combinations, we can find out if somebody came from a different place, but they don't really express it in the actual cards themselves, depictions anyway. So ignore that. This is old crop. I don't have a new modern deck. My deck, however, my Lenormand deck. This is the worst angle ever, girls. Don't ever do it. And boys, don't. My deck, my Lenormand deck. These cards are small. My deck is designed to be like a starter's deck where you put it down on the ground or a big table, and you can take these little cards and place them on top, kind of like these would be my cards in the background, like you'd set them up in order. I just put paper behind it and labeled it with a graph or whatever. So my deck would be more for doing something like that, but it wouldn't fit in this thing. And plus my deck is really expensive if you buy it individually right now, because I haven't bought in bulk, and something I'm looking to do eventually. But anyway, manufacturing, distribution costs, very expensive. So back to this, girls, or those using this card here. There could be progress with a child, or this could have to do with a child's movement or walking as well if you have babies. Yes, so it's like that time of life. Baby could start walking again, or start walking for the first time. And that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There could be a new start with the health as well, or spiritual progress, health progress. This could be done in private or in the home. So some of you could be working out from within the home. Weights also. I see this as a weight. Yeah. 2 weights, a couple of weights. Yep, so that's something that if you were starting something, working out in the home. I also see, for the ladies, in the past, there were some endings that were the answer to solitude. So could have been a breakup, could have been a passing of somebody. Yeah, it was an upgrading to silence. You could have gotten rid of a roommate. Yeah. So a roommate, home. Where's the house? Where is the house? House. There we go. Yeah, a lot of coming and going in the home. And it would have had to do with the family. So people could have had people over, ladies. You could have had like families coming to stay with you, or you could have been staying with family. And since there's been an end to that matter or that situation, there's now some solitude. Yes, and it's nice and quiet. It's a tower in the tower, so you are happy with and content with this kind of solitude, or being independent in some way, shape, or form now, or just in the immediate past this has happened. So there was some visitations, there was trips with family, there was visiting. It ended, and that was the key to you being alone at that point. So now that that's ended, here you are. In the future, I see you either taking a flight somewhere abroad. So vacation, this is a very vacation kind of like area here. Crossroads, so there could be backpacking somewhere. There could be unforeseen annoyances or lucky takeaways. This could also be some kind of trinket or something you get on this trip. I also see here it's a trip for love. So you could be going to visit somebody romantically, going far away abroad to visit somebody romantically. There is someone you've been communicating with for a long time as well. This could have been somebody you were communicating with on the internet. Yes. And it's been a burden. The distance has been a burden, or the connection has been kind of problematic of being able to, where's the cross here? Yes. Connecting has been problematic. So, and that's in the future. So I definitely see the trip in the future. In terms of love, I see that, yeah, it's a very romantic position as well. So, like I said, like whatever ghosting happened, whatever cutting out of something, or there could be an unforeseen visit from that comes in fast that ends a situation with another woman, or difficulties with commitments, and then there's some romantic admonition, flirtatiousness, love, romance. This is kind of like a really nice kind of ambiance type romance situation. There's like a mood to this placement. So I also see, are we frozen? My fat ass arm is in the way now? Oh, great. All right, back to this, Aries. I hope you can hear me. Looks like it's recording still. All right, so I see that if there being a lot of troubles or working in the home or cleaning of the home, and there's a lot of like finances being spread out. So maybe this is like, if you have a new roommate coming in because you got rid of an old roommate, and after a while of being alone, you've now decided to communicate with somebody you were talking to and have them come and move in with you. That could also be this, somebody that you really care about, that you like, that you get along with. There could be, you know, trouble with a key. Trouble with a key in the home right after. So the home is trouble with like having keys in the home, so getting a key back for the home from the old person. There's also an abundance of a lot of people staying with you, and this is connections that are causing problems. So there could be somebody that's staying with you in your home, that is also causing issues with you, becoming problematic, like a friend of a friend that's staying with you in your home that could become problematic. I see that because these placements are relatively decent, that all will work itself out in the end. Even though these connections might be a burden, you might have to see this person that ghosted you, or that has been not your favorite person in the world right now, kind of more often than you'd like, because you have no control over what other people do, right? I don't know if there is necessarily, there's problematic secrets, investigations of what's true or what's not true. So there's problems that are promised, secrets. The book is in the secrets house. So I also saw the Tower. So feeling lonely, potentially because of something that happened in the past, with having to do with a secret as well. Investigating some message, some text message of some kind, because it's a written message. This text message could be, yeah, you saw this staying at a man's house that came in quickly, or he quickly, brushed it aside like it was nothing. So there could have been something that could have been what steamed this whole issue. It's saying here the honesty of the man, and the loyalty to a child, and multiple different paths that are kind of trying or painful in some kind of way. So if this has to do with the man's child, yes. So multiple different paths, different women. Not being able to see, not being able to visit. So this could have to do with the baby mama drama of somebody else, and that you aren't happy with certain aspects or elements of the relationship thus far because you maybe weren't privy to this information that came to light. It was exposed. Yes, the child, the troubles. So this is also the tree, the child of the family. This also could be a childlike essence as well. Somebody's immaturity, having to make decisions that are hard or difficult. Somebody might not be good at adulting in this situation. So these two are obviously in couple to each other. So they're knighting each other. So this is a couple here. So we're talking about this man and this woman in terms of a romantic situation. There is some kind of gift that you can trust between the two of them. So maybe, because it seems like for some of you there's a new start that you're loyal to, or that somebody's loyal to, communicating about annoyances that are kind of flowing in. This is also, if you get a little technical about it, a child of someone's family. And this would probably be between the two of them. So this is these people's child, okay? Somebody is, kind of trying to there's a loyalty here to the child. This is a couple as well. So a couple that are at a distance, or watching somebody from a distance. And then there's troubles or annoyances, illness of the woman, or a taking away of the woman. This could also be a taking away of her time, her ability, her time to watch the child, or to spend time as a couple because of a child. And then this would be having to do with career. So there's a taking away of the ability to watch a child. So it's staying with a friend, because she has to go to work, and she has a lot of troubles with a lot of work on her hands, and it's a career that she's working on. So she can't it's not just a job. So that could also be something that's going on, Aries. Right here is very interesting in the corner, because I see the clouds and the moon card next to each other. Anytime the way that they're depicted here, it's like the card flows into the next one. So I would consider these two cards very much kind of bound to each other. So like confusion about visitations, and then the moon is being able to see, or being recognized by other people, getting the attention of other people. So this could be a lucky attention that's that you're not able to see. So trying to gain attention, someone is trying to gain attention of the child. This could also be someone is trying to get more time to spend with the attention, bring their attention to the child. There's a lack of or inability to see and pay attention to something here. And then something quick happens that changes all that. Something quick that ends. Pain that ends. That is ending. So, and this is also problems that are posed by commitments. So, and in the end, being the heart on the moon is love that is being able to be paid attention to. There's love that's given attention here. So we have attention that is unforeseen or lucky, and then we have a love of giving attention. So a passion for attention, a passion for admonition of somebody as well, or spending time, loving to spend time and give somebody else attention, kind of dawdling, what's that word? Dawdling? I don't use that word very often, guys, so I thought of dawdling was like kind of lackadaisically walking. There's a word that means like fawning. This is also fawning over somebody, whether it be a child, by giving them a lot of attention and love and care. It could be finally the situation kind of lifts and you're able to get the attention of the person that you've been seeking, the gentleman here. A visit that is coming in that you can see. Finally, there's visitations that you're able to express or successful visitations. Exposing visitations. What else is being exposed? Crossroads, different choices. Paths that make you happy. Options that are making you happy. Successful options. Pathways to success. And it seems like that comes through a commitment or a commitment to what you can't, a commitment to something that's maybe somewhat problematic. This could be commitment to a relationship that is problematic, but then there is some sort of public investigation over it. I also see public investigations, an exposing of a new path in something. What's this path have to do with? Authority. Authority of troubles. Authority of issues. So there's a new health thing that exposes a new pathway, an authority of poisons or authority of troubles. So this very well could be some kind of new innovation or a new procedure of some kind, or a commitment to the public is exposing something, a blessing or a truth that is a blessing that's connected to illness or connected to the spreading of an illness or challenges with connections to the outside world. So anything to do with the internet, anything to do with health, anything to do with spreading of disease, there is some sort of commitment to the public and an exposing of something, a blessing of some kind that will be good for the situation, or good for the society. What society is viewing this is as very lucky, an unseen illness, or a lucky aspect to exposing some kind of illness, or being exposed to an illness. There's something lucky or unforeseen about this that will come out. And that's kind of generalized, Aries. It's not like, sometimes I'm going to get stuff that's like super generalized. Sometimes I'm going to get something that's very personal. In terms of your luck, Aries, I see you being lucky over if you're getting over a cold, I see that getting better for you. Anything connected to your spirituality or your religious beliefs, I see there being something good that happens there, some lucky aspect to that. I see small trips or unforeseen sporadic kind of trips that you love, or trips to see someone you love. I see also visiting that's exposed, some kind of traveling or visitation, or messages that are making you happy. So there's an exposing of that. Messages that expose, and exposing that's options. So messages about exploring options with something are going to make you very happy and be very successful. Anything to do with written messages from authority also will be very lucky for you this month, and particularly authority figures that are have been problematic in the past. You could have had an issue with this authority member, and then there's been some kind of documentation or legal proceedings with the authority member, and how there's been an unforeseen challenge, or something lucky that was a problem. So a lucky problem for somebody else, a lucky problem for you. And then a visit that is exposed. So if there was any kind of issues with somebody, and you couldn't prove something about somebody's whereabouts, that will be exposed. Or somebody coming to see you when they weren't supposed to. So if it was anything to do with boundaries of some kind that were placed, this is also boundaries as well. So boundaries within the financial sector, a lot of homes, family, a lot of family money. Going off on your own to start your own business in the past, not being involved in family. So there's a lot of work is the answer to some kind of domestic matter involving finances, and these finances would probably be career-wise. So anything that you do from home, if you're working for home right now, there's a lot of money in that, but there'll be a problem with the internet this month. So make sure you keep on top of your internet usage, or there's just like a lot of influx of you might be needing to use a lot more internet in the next coming months or so, and that might be causing some influx of finances, or a need for more finances. There's definitely more work from home options for you, and connecting to the internet might be a burden at some point or another, or the needing to be constantly connected to things might be a burden as well. and they're both in each other's houses. So there is a very, you might also feel more very spiritually connected in your home. Or you might be doing ritual or routine practice within the home that brings you the abundance of, it could be a career within the spiritual fields as well, done from the home or on the internet from within the home. I see for you men's, for you divine masculines, and all the people that just picked a card, flipped a coin and got this guy. All right, so your family is going to be really important this month, gentlemen. Germs and all the others involved. You're also going to have a woman's family will also be very important. Well, this could be your baby mama. This could be your, your mother's family. If she's separated from your biological father, whatever it is. I do see that there being quite a distance or a choice to go distance for a friend. A new friend. A man that's sharp. A man that's sharp, a decision or options that are painful. The securing or stabilizing of communication, or staying with somebody to watch their dog. So there is almost like this interesting kind of dynamic of helping a friend who's having some problems, finding someone to watch their kid or their dog. There is also, I see you finding answers in some kind of education or some kind of written word. This could also be finding the answers in someone's diary as well, to secrets of some kind, unforeseen romance that's unforeseen. The man that is kind of sharp, could be a little bit rough around the edges. This guy, he also could be a surgeon. Yes, it could have to do with surgery. He could be a surgeon. Your difficulties are in the past, gentlemen, because you've got options opening up in career. You've got friends that meetings with friends, hanging out with friends' houses. Where's the house? Down here. Yeah. I see that there will be hanging out at friends' places. These friends could have more money than you. You could be cleaning for them as well in their house. Or helping them out with something at the house. Some kind of physical labor. This physical labor could be grant you a key to a woman's house. So she might give you the key to come and do this project there whenever you feel like it. The end to answers. An ending that gives you the answers. The solidarity of this woman. Singularity of this woman. Communication that makes you happy. There's a lucky trip. So something could end in the life of somebody else, and that opens things up for you. in terms of your, or their singularity they might be open. The relationship might have ended, and then, now, gentlemen, you can move on in and try to make a move. What else? In the future, I see you ultimately having some troubles way down the road, and those troubles would have to be with this connection. So, or other connections that you're starting to make now with friends, potentially. Are the meeting up? There might be some confusion about where to meet up with a friend, and that might be some trouble. You might get the wrong information or be confused about that. Where to meet up with somebody, where to visit somebody. Just make sure you have all the information. Yeah, key is information. Also, public information, choice, difficult secrets that create a fork in the road. Sometimes challenges that end up being gifts down the road. So this could seem like a problem at first. Something could come up, and from the past as well, might seem like a problem. It might have been a problem back then, but now it will be something that actually opens up a new road for you. And it potentially has to do with your stability in life or a career. If you have a career in the health field, I see that there's a woman that's older. Could be the wife of an older man that comes to visit the home, and it's quite a bit. So that could be something that you're working on some coaching situation, something that allows you the ability to coach people within the home and work from home. This would also be the birds, right? Yep. So there's weight to these, and there's 2 of them. So that's also working out from home. Could be coaching people from the home. Where do I think your strengths are? Your strengths are getting over issues, dealing with issues, being the authority in your own life over your problems. I see there being like a cut to what's not working, endings. There could be also sharp words that end things. So you're not taking any crap this month from anybody. I would be careful about how aggressive you come off to other people, but that is helping you as well. Also, your connection to spirit, your connection to the universe, the divine. Let's see. Yes, and you probably be practicing this a little bit of spirituality from home. If you're not practicing it from home, it's the people or connections you're making in your sect or religious place of worship that are going to be beneficial for you this month and helping you stay in your power, stay strong. There's some form of writing, messaging. You'll be pretty straightforward, very aggressive in the messages as well. You'll be cutting things off more. So I would just be sure that whatever you're cutting off, whatever you're being cranky about, or with whoever you're being cranky with, you just make sure that that's somebody who really deserves it, and that you feel comfortable just letting them have it. There's commitment to a not knowing. There's commitments that are kind of vaporous or evasive. You might find it hard to secure a relationship this month with somebody or secure a date for something that you care about, with a person coming to visit you, some kind of visit. You want to visit somebody. You might get irritated with this person because it's been difficult to pin them down. Just be careful how you use your words and how you are expressing yourself. Who is going to be helping you this month? Who is going to be helping you this month? Okay. Your children will help you this month if you have them. Other people's children will be helpful to you. If you work in a health setting with other children or a pediatric health setting, I see these children being extremely beneficial to you in some way, teaching you things spiritually that you didn't know about, or there being new friends that are children, or new children's friends. This can also be a place where children often go, and as there's investigations, there is intelligence. So this could actually be like school or learning setting with other children, if that's your career. I see that being something that's... You might also have some good luck or help with getting your anxiety under control as well, or be feeling more secure within yourself and in your anxieties. Yes, and that anxiety has been a problem for you in the past. So this month you might be actually getting some help from a friend that will allow you to take your mind off things or ease your mind, just by them being there or by something that they're doing for you. They could give you a gift of wisdom. A friend could give you some really great advice, basically is what that's saying. Potentially a man, an older man. This also could be an older woman. So it could be a couple that I'm seeing, an old couple that are friends of yours that could give you some advice on how to handle a situation that will be that will help take your mind off things or make things easier for you. Yeah, so the troubles of you, if you're a woman, these two people will might be trying to help you, this older man and this the woman could be younger, actually. She could be wiser than her years, but she could be actually much younger. They could be a couple. And there's troubles between the two of them, or that you're understanding or hearing about, or your troubles are being kind of juggled between the two of them. Yeah, I see your troubles being kind of the center of their attention, because you communicated these troubles to them. And there's quite a bit, there could be financial issues within the career, or an abundance of finances that are financial stability, basically, is what this is talking about. So if these are your parents, they could try to help you out this month, or at least be discussing ways to figure out how to help you this month with something that's been financially troubling for you. Or, there could be how to spread out the child situation also. So those of you that were paying attention earlier that heard me say about the child, where should the child stay? There's a difficulty with that. There could be an older couple that's an authority figure over you in the family, or some friends that are older that are trying to figure out how to ease the burden, basically, so that you can get to work, do something financially better for yourself, help out with things. A promise that may seem little that's causing some anxiety. Yeah, so this could be a difficult thing to keep, promise to keep, but I see that there being some happiness from the decision to follow through with this. In particular, let's see, what else? there could be some confusion about the past in regards to somebody's passing. The passing of a child, hopefully not, but passing of a baby. So there could have been the loss of a baby, a miscarriage. There could be some confusion about the past, depression from the past rolling in terms of that. And the problems that are another woman is promising that this won't happen again. This is some kind of organization within the health sector. So a blocking of something beautiful, or a challenge of something, a challenge that's a burden, a gift that's being burdensome, or a burdensome gift, something beautiful that's difficult, an end to some kind of progression and progress in your life. So the end of progress and another woman's commitments. You could find that there could be some confusion about an ability to see somebody visit, depression over somebody coming to visit, challenges that are gifts, or distance, or a landscape that's beautiful. The ending to progress with something, the ending to a trip, also by air. There could be problems with commitments. If you're planning on going somewhere or visiting someplace, there could be some challenges with the weather, I want to say the weather. There's an ending to some kind of flight, or a cancellation of a flight, and then the problem is with the problems are promised within that sect. So if you're making any trips at the beginning of the month, especially by air, I would maybe do a cruise. Don't take my word for all this, because this is such a generalized kind of reading. But it seems like there'll be a cancellation at the beginning of the month, and then towards the end of this month period for you, there will be some kind of other travel plans that'll be much better. And then we'll work out. So if you have to cancel anything, just make sure you have insurance or something on that. Also, about the child thing, it would be something from the past. If you would have already experienced the loss or miscarriage of a child, and then it would be like there's like a sneaking in of I don't know if it's necessarily. Forgive me for a second. I'm just trying to walk myself through it, because this is Tower. Snake of the woman, the other woman, public. So there could be a deceit of commitments, or a slinking away of through getting out of a commitment. So also that could be in terms of the abortion stuff that's going on in the politica right now. I'm not even discussing it. I'm just saying it could be a representation of that here. Those of you who have experienced any kind of hauntings in the home, in the family home, I see something about ghost here. Kind of movements of within the home. There's the start of commitments or promises, commitments of the clouds or promises that you can't see, promises that you can't see. It's kind of Halloween time. So something around Halloween time for you guys could have to do with, a mask, a scary mask. Somebody's getting a scary mask that there's an end to a cut of the sharp endings, painful. There's a pain that is ending. So undead, I could see that being an undead as well. What else? Something spooky at the beginning of the top of the month. Unforeseen blockages that end problems. Unforeseen goals or not being able to see your goals to fruition or ending because of some issues. So just remember that. The beginning of the month, traveling or weather issues. There could be something to do with Halloween as well. We might have a snowstorm on Halloween or something crazy. I really hope not, but so I see this as like snow, unforeseen, and flying, coming down. Yeah, that could be a snowstorm on Halloween, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I that's my favorite time of the year, and as you could tell, probably. And I hate it when it snows on Halloween. I really do. And I also disgusted by any kind of canceling of Halloween, which has happened multiple times in the past several years, through huge weather storms and through pandemics and all kinds of things. So there could be some kind of situation on Halloween that could be weather related. Excuse me. Where are you going to be most successful this month, Aries? You're going to be lucky with things. You'll find that things just kind of fall in your lap. Like things that seem annoying could be synchronistic as well. There could be like things that come up that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I have to deal with this. But then all of a sudden something great happens because that happened. I see anything to do with like farms or agriculture being lucky for you. Any kind of communication with friends and family, very lucky. Any letters from authority could be really lucky as well, and also could be kind of exposing some kind of success that you didn't realize, or some kind of gift. Could be gift of a small amount of money, something that you didn't see coming in. checks also, written word of money, small green things. That's authority, so it's legal, money. What time we at? We are at 1 hour. So, you know what? I'm going to leave it here. I hope you really enjoyed this reading, Aries, and for this month of October period. Whatever's confusing about getting somewhere or going somewhere or getting some messages from something or someone, there'll be quick endings in regards to any confusion, and any problems will start to clear themselves up or be whatever problems are promised or difficulty that's promised, it seems to lighten up by the end of the month, because we have being admired for your heart, being loved for who you are, or seen by other people loving you and what you're all about, or what they see that you're all about. I also see some work being done in the home. There's an abundance of finances that's being scattered out or spread out. So you might have bills to pay or things to, you're just going to be busy, very multitasking a lot. If there is any kind of turmoil or troubles within the home, speaking of finances or anything, I see career being, pretty good financially. I do see that if you get sick, you might get sick this month. It's one of those months that, some challenges can come in. You'll be able to work from home if you do get sick, most likely, because that's what I'm seeing here. Sickness that's spreading in the home. Nothing too horrible. I mean, we get sick, it happens. Yeah, just because the cross is a kind of a burden, it can be an illness as well. And the stars are like something that scatters or spreads out. So the family could get sick. You'll just work from home. And the health doesn't seem too bad, because it says health of the home. So also, that's the reason I'm saying that there could be sickness. But overall, the health of the home is pretty good. You might feel very spiritually connected, or having a family gathering within the home, and that's where people get sick after the big meeting of everybody getting together from the family. Not advising, just saying that this is something that's being represented by the cards here. Family stays with this woman who's older. So if you are an older woman, or you have an older woman staying with you in the home, you might be cleaning up before she comes. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of good things. I'm seeing a lot of progress that opens options. Being alone, doing a little investigation work as to how to fix something, or to work on, do some kind of physical labor within the home. So that's also something. There's progress being made. If you are also, you gentlemen, you could be learning how to work on your own vehicle, because there's movements with the car as well down a road. Movements, actual mechanics of a vehicle, also down a road. A difficult road. You might get new tires to put on your car. Two of them. Yep. So 2 new tires. Something round that has some unforeseen troubles, or you don't know what's wrong. So that you could be replacing a tire this month, gentlemen, in your car. What else? I know I try to end it, but sometimes you never know. Something pops out of you last minute and you're like, that's awesome. I don't know. I think this is good. Career. Women are very focused on their career. Men are focused on what other people are, you know, interested in about them. There could be their popularity is kind of getting their focus right now. Women's careers definitely at the top of their list, and their family above that. Love, definitely gifts, visitors that bring love. The most important part of this whole thing, I think, is the commitments that, or promises that are confusing because of a social situation or a meeting that you see, it might seem like somebody is interrogating you from your social scene or community. I'm trying to expose some options or pathways or choices that you might have made, or whether you are as talented and as truthful as you say you are, or somebody else says you are. If you're a journalist, this is also very much kind of an exposing of like societal curiosities. There could be a mystery of society as well. I know mystery is more of the moon's thing, but you know, there's like this, there's something that's investigative about this meeting. So could be a meeting that comes up at some point or another that's about exposing something, exposing where somebody went at some point or another, the choices they've made. There's almost a gift of peace from this situation. So whatever, it lightens up something. This also could be in regards to a spreading of, or a connections that are burdensome. So it could be through connections, through people, an investigation of the connections of people, like being involved with other people, or like I said earlier, and the other women type factor. It also could be, you know, on a global scale of investigating some kind of blessing that comes from an investigation, in societal investigation, or something that affects all the people in the world or society at large, that's promising some kind of blessing in disguise that comes from some kind of health issue, having to do with illness, or having to do with spirituality, or connections between the divine. It also could be some kind of alignment within the planetary aspects of the sky that's causing this kind of blessing to come out of a troublesome time. Or you might be investigating astrology and finding out that you're pretty good at it, and finding some truth in that, some wisdom in that. Peace also. All right, Aries, thank you so much, and I will see you in November. Trick or treat. And I do hope you all watched my favorite movie, my 3 favorite girls. I guess it's on September 30th. The Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out on Disney Plus, and I will be watching it with my horrible stitches and everything. Woohoo! It'll be fine. I'll have like a little Halloween, pre-Halloween, like, you know, sit on the couch and watch a good movie while I'm recovering. So I hope you all have a much more fun September 30th and a much more fun Halloween time, though, than that. But anyway, have a good one. Bye.